Last week, our team got significantly better with OJ Howard becoming a superstar after getting 150 receiving yards against the Cardinals. And the next game, Derrius Guice becomes a superstar after scoring 3 touchdowns in an overtime victory against the New Orleans Saints. And that's how we get here in Week 12, somehow set at 6-4 with a game coming up against the Falcons. I don't think many people expected this, except for maybe Bruce Arians. We said early on in the season, Bruce Arians isn't going to tank a season. He isn't going to accept losing a bunch of games. And this series isn't about tanking, getting a bunch of high draft picks and building a team like that. We're going to humbly build through the draft, and we've got some decent looking players that we've found so far. And we will be focusing more on the defense in this draft, primarily because we're happy with our offense except for the offensive line, and there's some good picks there, especially late in the draft. And there's no good quarterbacks this year, pretty much from what we can see, so defense is a priority, and it really is a priority. And on draft day, it'll pretty much come down to, do we want to take a risk on some of those risky players for high reward but a high risk, and we'll go more into that when the time comes, or do we try and get some of these clean players that are still highly rated? But that is enough of all of that. We've got a big game coming up this week, a divisional opponent. We're trying to win as many games as possible here, so we're trying to win this one away from home, and let's see what we can get done against these Falcons. So here we go, the kickoff to the game, and I don't think we see this too often, us returning the kick to start the game, so we don't see Miller in action too often, as he takes it over the 30-yard line, looks about the 33 there. A good return from Miller. It's not what you see often from him, but he does that pretty well throughout the season, and there we start by throwing the ball to the new superstar, OJ Howard. Now, the other new superstar, Derrius Guice, can't get anything started here as we make a bold decision to go for it on 4th and 1 to start this game. Not a great decision as we end up turning the ball over, and now the Falcons moving the ball downfield there with Mohamed Sanu. Now Freeman looking for space but not finding much whatsoever. 2nd and 4 is play action. Matt Ryan standing, looking to throw, throwing, and it's Devin White with an interception. He goes into the end zone after catching it outside. Wasn't sure if that'd be a safety or not, so he came out, made sure that there's no 2 points to the Falcons there. Now I do believe the rules cover him in that scenario, but it's a turnover. We get the ball quickly. Now a quick throw to Evans, and it's a good start to this game after a pretty risky start by going for it on 4th and 1, 3rd and 2 now. Winston looking to run for it, gets around the outside of Grady Jarrett only just, and picks up that first down. That was a risky play as well, but it worked out for us in the end, as Evans converts that 3rd and inches, so now 1st and 10. Winston looking to throw, dropping back deep and letting it go for Howard, and it's a face mask on the end of that. That'll put us in the red zone. 2nd and 4 now for Winston. Plenty of time here as he releases that one, finds Evans for the touchdown, and that's a good start to the game. Again, I'll bring it up. We had a rocky start, but it's turned out good here as Julio Jones gets his first catch of this game. Now on 1st and 10, looking to throw again. It's a quick completion to Hooper, who runs over one man. Hooper causing us a couple of problems here. 2nd and 7. Matt Ryan looking again to that same direction to Hooper, who makes the catch but takes a big hit from Justin Evans. Now 1st and goal, looking to throw again. Not much running happening here, and it's Justin Hardy with the catch. 3rd and goal, looking the direction of Hooper, who's caused us enough problems but can't cause us any there, as Eric Berry stops him, and we'll be in the second half now. Not much has happened. The score's only 7-3, and now Justin Hardy getting involved in this game, and we'll see a bit more of him later as well. Surprising to see him in a big role, but it's what he's taken over as they get a first down here from 1st and 10, making another 1st and 10, handing the ball off to Freeman, who's finding a little bit of space there as Evans brings him down, and now they're inside the red zone, 19-yard line, as Mohamed Sanu spins off that contact, then takes a big hit from Eric Berry, but Freeman goes not untouched into the end zone, but it might as well have been because he was just an inch short of it before he was finally tackled into the end zone. 3rd and 4, there's a wide open Chris Godwin here, as now we are behind by 3 points. 10-7 the score as Winston is looking for something here, and he's got plenty of time in the pocket. I'll tell you what, the blocking in this game has been good from the offensive line as he slides there, stays safe. And now from the 25-yard line, sometimes you just got to put it up for Evans, and Evans comes down with it. Touchdown. That's really all you've got to do sometimes with Mike Evans. Is it's irrelevant who the cornerback is, because that's Desmond Trufant, one of the better corners in the game. Just throw it up there, a 30-yard touchdown catch. Incredible play from him, going up, getting the ball, and now we've got the lead again, 14-10, as Hooper once again with a catch over the middle. 1st and 10 from the 41. Falcons looking to get something back, but Levante David looking to get his 5th sack of the season instead. Stops the drive there, or does it? 2nd and 16 as he finds a wide open Julio Jones. He can't have that as Justin Evans breaks that one up. 3rd and 16. Looking to go deep again, you assume, because he's got plenty of time in the pocket. Too much time, and he runs out of time as Shaquille O'Neal forces the ball out. Devin White picks it up. He's got an interception. Now he's got a fumble recovery. And then 3rd and 10. Winston looking to the corner route for Justin Watson getting involved in this game. We see them every now and then. Of course, Godwin and Evans come first, but we've got a couple of other guys who come out with some good plays every now and then. As Geis looks for something here, but he loses the ball. O.J. Howard picks it up. And he's tackled at the 2-yard line. Almost turned that into a touchdown. And now Peyton Barber into the end zone for a touchdown. And that will give us some big separation here now. 21-10. And there's only 4 minutes left in the game. And Lavonte David read that all the way. The screen pass. And there's a missed pass to Justin Hardy. Sets up this 4th and 1. And the Falcons are going for it. And they get it. Going back to Hardy again. And he gets the first down. Now, Matt Ryan, where's he going to go? Well, it's back to Hardy. It's one guy he's looking at right now. And he's having success with them as Jamel Dean, our rookie, makes the tackle on that one. Austin Hooper, one of the other 2 important players in this one. Mohamed Sanu is healthy. Calvin Ridley, I don't think, was available for this game. Julio Jones left at some point as Justin Hardy loses the ball there, but it's out of bounds, so it sets up this 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Well, it set up a 1st and goal from the 2-yard line, but they get the points. They get their 2-point conversion as well, so now they go for the onside kick. Surely we'll get it. It goes past the man, but it's not picked up by the Falcons player. It looked like it was going to be a guaranteed onside recovery, but it wasn't, as we kick a field goal here, leaving 4 seconds on the clock and a bit more daylight between the 2 teams. Matt Ryan's got 1 chance here. He lets it go. It looks like he's going towards the sideline, which wouldn't help, but Hargraves picks it off anyway and will win the game. So after that game, some upgrades, and a very deserved upgrade for Devin White after an interception and a fumble recovery. Chris Godwin as well, who only keeps on getting better. Obviously, an incredibly tough test to deal with him and Mike Evans and those developing slot receivers. And what might interest some people as we do a little bit more scouting here is the story about the UCLA cornerback CJ Hooks, who decided it was a good idea to steal a police horse and therefore has been suspended. So, personal conduct problems with him. Again, maybe someone will keep an eye on, but a 7th round talent, we're probably not that interested. And with all that out the way, we come to week 13, where we play an away game against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have the exact opposite record of us. We are 7-4, they are 4-7, so maybe our winning streak continues here. We're looking at playoff football potentially right now, which is absolutely crazy considering the state of the team when all this began. So it's a rainy day in Jacksonville, and I said we don't really see kickoffs that often going towards us in the Falcons game, and we see one again here. Maybe I've just got some sort of memory problem as we get just shy of the 30-yard line to the 29 there with Miller. Another decent return. 2nd and 11. Not much happening on offense as Winston tried to step up and get sacked. So here's a highlight. A punt. A blocked punt, as a matter of fact, which is picked up by the defense and taken for a touchdown. That's the beginning of the game for us, is immediately giving up 7 points as they take the extra point here, which is blocked. It's not 7 points, it's just 6. And now Bond picks it up. The linebacker has got a chance. It's O'Shaughnessy who's chasing him. He's got a chance to take this. He's not got that much speed. He can't get away from O'Shaughnessy, and he's stopped short there. No 2 points for us, so it's 6-0. And now the offense has got another chance to get moving. And now we're moving down the field a little bit better as we're stopped just shy of the 20-yard line there with a nice slant to Mike Evans. 3rd and 9, and Winston is sacked. So we'll have to settle for a field goal. It's Calais Campbell. He was the X factor to watch in this game and immediately makes an impact there, holding us to just 3 points. So now the score 6-3, but this defense has got a chance here to help us out and maybe get us the ball back. It's exactly what they do as Darius Geis now gets a chance to run, get tackled by Ronnie Harrison. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Winston steps up and he looks to, I don't know what he looked to do there. He didn't slide and loses the ball. And this is crazy because earlier in this game, he slid. And the next play, he slid again and then decided to not slide. That time loses the ball. So now the Jaguars have the ball. O'Shaughnessy with the catch. He's making a bit of a name for himself in this game. Already stopped 2 points being scored. A nice gain there as Lavonte David brings down Foles. It's picked up by Spence, and it's O'Shaughnessy again. He seems to love stopping people taking the ball back into the end zone. And now 3rd and 13. Offense given a chance by the defense, doing absolutely nothing with it. Another punt here. This time it comes out clean, so we can be happy with that. It's Dede Westbrook waiting for it as Smith comes in, knocks the ball out. Jamel Dean picks it up, We've got the ball at the 15-yard line. Points must be guaranteed at this point, you'd think, but no. A bad decision, but an even worse thrown ball, and Jalen Ramsey comes away with an interception. 3rd and 13, nothing there. Own 2-yard line now for the Jaguars. Pinned him in, but absolutely nobody doing anything. Murphy Bunting not able to make the tackle. Justin Evans maybe catching up. It's Alfred Blue, by the way, running away from everyone. Alfred Blue with the touchdown. Nobody fast enough to catch him. So now 2nd and 15, a 10-point deficit, but a nice throw there on the sideline to Miller. He makes the catch, goes out of bounds, stops the clock, and then Watson is overthrown for what maybe could have been a touchdown, but now maybe a sack. No, he gets out of it, but then he's sacked by Vita Vea on 2nd and 6, so hopefully that'll stop him getting a field goal here before the half ends. It did stop them getting a field goal before the half ends, but they came straight down the field, marching down 8-yard line, getting stopped just shy of the touchdown here, but then on the very next play, it's a wide open receiver for the touchdown, and these Jaguars are starting to run away from us. 20-3 the score, but starting to run away from everybody else. It's Darius Guice who's finally caught by Jalen Ramsey there, giving the ball back to him, makes a bad decision there and loses the ball, and it's turnover. It's a fumble, but actually gets overturned. But on 4th and 14, we have to go for it here. We've got no other choice. It's an incomplete pass, and they end up getting the ball right where they would have had it anyway if that fumble would have stood. And Alfred Blue again running away from people. Devin White took a bit of a bad pursuit angle, and Alfred Blue, the star of this game, with Leonard Fournette injured, and now he injures Noah Spence, so we lose one of our starting outside linebackers. Hargraves with a nice pass break up there holds them to just another field goal, so now the score 23-3, and it's an interception by Jalen Ramsey, who seems to be all over the place, making incredible plays, and he deserves those interceptions even if they weren't great thrown balls. And now Ronald Jones is injured. We're losing a few players in this game to injury as Godwin tries to stop that being an interception, ends up just hitting it up for Ronnie Harrison to get the interception. We're not able to stop the clock whatsoever here. The Jaguars just running it out easily, and that will end the game. So let's see how we dealt with that X-Factor defensive end. Not very well whatsoever, so that is where this will end. A loss after a good run of wins. Injury as well. Ronald Jones will be out for 6 weeks with broken ribs, so you can forget about him for the rest of the season unless we turn this around and take it into the playoffs, and then maybe he'd be there again. Ronald Jones is talented, he's very good, but he gets injured very easily. That's why Darius Guice is the motor of this team, and there's no problem with that whatsoever. But hopefully in these next 2 weeks we can get something else going.